Oh, and out the gate already, Jake Redondo going after the champion Joey Lancaster, who might be using the referee as his own personal shield. And I'm joined by Andrew Jasic. How's it going, Andy?
What's going on, bud? How you doing?
Oh, dude, it's been a good year. It's actually going to be a great start to the year for SoCal Pro Wrestling. New Year's Retribution already back in Vista, California in a big way.
A big way indeed as we open up with this unprecedented SoCal Pro Golden State Championship match from two of the most influential, most rising stars here currently at SoCal Pro.
Rising stars indeed. Joey Lancaster's already shown that he can rise to the cream of the crop, tippity top of the mountain, and Jake Redondo has the pedigree of his dad, who already reached the top of the mountain, and he's looking to follow in his father's footsteps.
Yes, the son of the Radiant One, calling himself the Radiant Son, Jake Redondo, as a very big opportunity presents itself here once again at SoCal Pro to the very start of 2025. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for joining us here tonight in Vista. Around the bend comes Jake Redondo, slipped up a little bit, gave Joey Lancaster a little bit of time to take advantage with boots to the lower back. Not a good start here for Jake Redondo.
Not a good start at all, but that just shows that the experience of our Golden State champion, Joey Lancaster, may trump the drive and the will of the up-and-comer Jake Redondo.
Oh, not with that, it's not. Jake Redondo firing back with a nice knife-edge chop, and another one for good measure. Ladies and gentlemen, Jake Redondo making his mark here. Unbelievable with a third chop in a row.
Making his mark here and making his mark on Joey Lancaster's chest.
Absolutely.
You can already see the handprints, the welts appear on Joey Lancaster's chest from those knife-edge chops.
Listen to this crowd as they chant Jake, Jake, as Jake goes up and over, all the way down, landing on his feet. Easy money here for the Radiant Son, Jake Redondo.
Up-and-comer, but I think I can already call that vintage Jake Redondo.
As Joey Lancaster is nobody to be messed with. He is conniving and as methodical as any wrestler as I has ever seen. But missing that knife-edge chop. Oh my God, what is that, number 12 or 13 from Jake Redondo here?
I don't know, I ran out of fingers, dude, but it's a lot.
Jake Redondo now going even, oh my goodness. How much more could he possibly take? If this match was all about chops, then I think Jake Redondo would be your new Golden State champion. There's another one.
You know, I've always wanted to do this, but I'm gonna say it, woo!
I hope that's not copyright infringement.
Oh, I gotta go.
Oh, Redondo over. Very nice. With a leg drop to the back, a modified famouser as you have it. And down across the chest goes Jake Redondo, feeling the pump, feeling the aura from this crowd as he crushes the man with the aura right now.
What an amazing display of offense shown by Jake Redondo, the ingenuity. I don't think I've ever seen a move like that where he jumped over Joey Lancaster with a leg drop over the middle rope.
Count of two already, and we've only been here for about a minute and a half, 2 minutes, and Jake Redondo's already getting a 2 count. Perhaps this might be indicative. What would you say? How incredible would it be if Jake Redondo walked out with the very first match of 2025 as your new Golden State champion?
I think it would be unprecedented. The fact that he's rose this quickly just goes to show how, well, he's rising high, but I think he might have a, big fall in his future.
All the way there as Jake Redondo now goes up. You got to figure that whole thing when you hurt your chin on the top rope, that's not necessarily just to hurt your chin and your throat. That also snaps your neck, possibly injures your spinal cord even. As if anybody doesn't care about that, it would be this man, Joey Lancaster, who honestly doesn't care about anybody but himself.
Well, you know, there's only a limited supply of caring that can go around in the world, and Joey, I think, is using that entire amount on his own personal gain and his own personal image, calling himself the grand jewel of professional wrestling and writing his own intro for himself.
Believe me, I know that more than anybody, and I will tell you that intro is painful to get through. It's bad enough it takes him 6 minutes to walk in the ring. That's a count of 2. Oh, only a count of 2, but look at that nasty little cherry on top of the sundae as Joey Lancaster plants his final little FU on the face of Jake Redondo here.
FU, of course, from where Joey Lancaster went to school, Fun University, flunked out. not having any fun in there.
He flunked up. That's what FU stands for.
Yeah, absolutely.
The
absolutely.
FU to the
Definitely
FU.
doesn't stand for anything else. And baseball slide.
Look at that.
And the disrespect from the Golden State champion, showing exactly what he thinks about Jake Redondo.
And he's hearing that from the crowd this evening. As very few people are able to garner as much hate as Jake, or as Joey Lancaster. And he does a very good job at agonizing these fans here in Vista.
Agonizing these fans, agonizing his opponent, just agonizing in general. He definitely has a face only a mother could want to punch.
Oh, and now we see Joey Lancaster taking it to Jake Redondo, sending him off to the buckle. Up and over goes Jake. Perhaps here, there it is. The knee to the back, into the suplex. Beautifully executed as Jake Redondo still is in this match.
Jake Redondo already so polished, already so brimming with experience well beyond his years.
Because if somebody has, if he's done anything in the past, oh my goodness, even before he started physically training, this man was a young boy. He was coming to these 1, 2, only a count of 2. Jake Redondo was coming to these shows since I was wrestling in these shows. I got about, oh my gosh, how many times? 17 years ago? And I remember Jake Redondo would come in, little tiny itty bitty thing, and he would talk about how much he loved all the wrestlers and how excited he was to be here. Very proud of his father, the absolute Hall of Famer here at SoCal Pro. Of course, I'm talking about the Radiant One, Jason Redondo.
And don't worry, I'm not going to tell Jake Redondo you were telling him that he's an itty bitty little thing.
Why didn't you say that now? Here we go, back to the pinfall. 1, 2. And getting ever so much closer. You got to figure that Jake Redondo probably doesn't have a whole lot of kickouts left. But the good thing here is you got to figure with Joey Lancaster, one thing that he does very well is he's able to hold his composure. He's able to make sure that he doesn't get too winded, too gassed out, and he can last, I would say, up to at least 45 minutes to an hour in there and not even open his mouth to breathe.
Amazing shape. Joey Lancaster is definitely in one of the best shapes of SoCal Pro Wrestling. It goes back to that arrogance, that pride in himself. He really does strive to be just better than everyone else, whether true or not, he believes it.
And I will tell you that as long as that championship is around his waist, he will continue to believe it, and with good reason. As much as the crowd may not like him, it is not at all past any of us that he is a fantastic athlete and an absolute stupendous wrestler.
Stupendous wrestler, shown that when he donned the moniker of Inferno Dragon, bucked those shackles, and came back with a whole new, less preferential attitude.
That's a great way to say it, as now both men are down. Jake Redondo now perhaps making his comeback, still in this fight. And listen to this crowd as they continue to support Jake Redondo, trying to get him on his feet. If anybody can do it, it's the fans here at SoCal Pro. They are louder than any other wrestling crowd. That is 100% sure.
We are filled to the brim here. It's already, this is just the first match, and we're already feeling the love from the fans for this brand new year, New Year's Retribution. We are so happy to be back in Vista, California.
Jake Redondo now with a perhaps a back. Oh, spin out there as down goes Lancaster. Jake Redondo now getting his second win perhaps. It might even be possible that he might be able to put this away very soon. We could be witnessing a brand new SoCal Pro champion.
He's definitely looking for something big here. Going for that DDT made famous by Jason Redondo, his father.
Kick out there by Jake Redondo, barely kicking out on the count of 2.
That's very dangerous. If he gets that DDT, we could definitely be looking at a new champion.
Jake Redondo punching out, sent to the buckle. Back comes Joey Lancaster, catching him in with a putting him into the head with the buckle. Knife edge chop for good measure onto Jake Redondo. Jake Redondo now on the receiving end of all those chops. Up and over goes Lancaster all the way down to the floor, making his way back up. Big drop kick off the second onto Lancaster. Lancaster down on the floor. He's probably in more trouble now than I've ever seen him before.
What an amazing display of athleticism from both of these competitors. It is definitely no wonder why they are at the top class of SoCal Pro Wrestling.
Redondo now needs to make sure that Lancaster gets back in the ring. He is not going to be able to win the title that way, and he knows that.
No, unfortunately, that is what's called the champion's advantage. The title cannot change hands on a countout or disqualification, and if there's anyone in this building that knows that, it's Joey Lancaster.
Joey Lancaster make it very known that he is all about staying out there, even if it means taking a loss. However, Joey Lancaster doesn't necessarily like losing very well, but I think one thing he likes losing less is his Golden State Championship. Oh no! Into the crowd, might have even caught his chin there on that barricade.
And I'll tell you what, that's not Mama Gnarly's home cooking. That steel does not taste good, nor is it your recommended source of iron.
Jake coming in, oh my goodness! As both men go down.
Jake can't get ahead of himself here. He can't get too caught up wanting to punch Joey Lancaster in the face. Like you said, the title cannot change hands on a countout, and they've been out of the ring quite a long time.
Let's watch that once again as Jake Redondo comes over there like a swan just on top of Joey Lancaster. And again, just like you mentioned, it's going to be difficult now because you have to get that man back in the ring, otherwise this whole match is for naught. And back goes Lancaster. Jake Redondo has a very advantageous position here. He might walk away our brand new champion.
It's definitely looking that way. My money is definitely on Jake Redondo. Eyeing something big.
Missing the super kick. Up on the shoulders and down he goes. Is that enough to put him away? Kicked out by Jake Redondo, the ever so angry Joey Lancaster is quite unhappy with that whole position.
I don't know if we've ever seen someone get under the skin of Joey Lancaster quite like Jake Redondo has. There is no quit in him.
Absolutely, and Lancaster knows that. He's going to have to put him away with something here. Nice back elbow. Up on the shoulders to Jake Redondo. Lancaster falls away. Blocking the hand, back elbow. Could this be it here? No, reverse back into a small package.
2.
We almost had it.
Oh, and a super kick catches Joey Lancaster right in the mush.
Oh my goodness, only a count of 2.
And I'm not quite sure Joey Lancaster even knows where he is right now, let alone what the count was for him to kick out. That might have just been pure instinct.
I think everybody here, listen to how excited everybody was when they felt that Redondo walked out of here, the new Golden State champion. The ref made an amazing but hard, difficult call there as Joey Lancaster kicked out milliseconds away from losing his coveted title.
Milliseconds, nanoseconds, maybe even a picosecond before losing his title. But nonetheless, this match continues. I think we might see that DDT.
Oh, back to the small package. Kicks out again. No, here we go again. Back up and over. There it is. Oh, no, and I don't care how big your heart is. He ain't kicking out of that.
No way. It looks like we are retaining. He kicked out.
Unbelievable.
Jake Redondo kicks out of a move that has put away so many competitors in SoCal Pro Wrestling over the years.
Jake Redondo has the biggest heart of any young person who's ever come here. He's probably the youngest on the roster. He's probably the only second generation SoCal Pro wrestler. And how amazing would it be if he walked out with the fruits of his labor, with a strap around his waist, calling himself the new Golden State champion.
Well, he's not going to be enjoying fruit anytime soon with a chest that just took that kind of impact from Joey Lancaster. And now they're going up.
Lancaster going to the top here. What is going on with this? Perhaps we're looking at a superplex.
It definitely looks like that. A big impact move, but Jake Redondo fighting out of it.
Pushing him down. Back up, and Jake Redondo sizing him up. This could be it. He's choosing not to do it. Oh, he's going down.
Jake Redondo losing a bit of composure here. Usually so composed.
Losing his cool, that's what he did. He went down, he had the opportunity perhaps to put this man away, and instead let his emotions and his anger take over. And I'm not sure if this is a good idea by Jake. I think he might have blown the whole thing.
And you know what? I think Joey Lancaster knows exactly what he's doing. He is pushing every button he can find.
The spit in the face, a slap in the face, and back down with the punches across the face is Jake Redondo. This isn't a wrestling more, and this isn't in wrestling. This isn't about a title. This is about personal beef. This is about a fight that we're seeing here. Out and over, down, and goes Jake Redondo.
Dive.
The punches, this is vicious. Oh, no, 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 no. It's not worth it. Don't do this.
Definitely vicious. Going for that DDT and a rake of the eyes from Joey Lancaster. Fighting on the outside. They're in very dangerous.
Oh, my gosh.
Oh, my jeez.
That is absolutely bonkers. The thud of that, the thud of those backs crashing against that board.
Well,
Let's take another look here.
We're a good, what, 20, 25 feet away, and I still felt the impact on the ground from that maneuver.
Absolute nasty. That was gross.
As flesh and bone meets wood and steel of our ramp, the ref at a count of 3 now. It bears repeating that title cannot change hands on a countout. That is very important. Jake needs to get Joey back in that ring, my dude.
Absolutely needs to get him back in. If this is a double countout, no, we're already at 5, I think we are. And Jake Redondo needs to get a hold of him. He needs to get some of that composure back that he had lost just a few moments ago.
Jake Redondo had the match all but one. He had the position. Joey was down.
We are now at 7 as both men continue to crawl back. You got to figure either way, it's bad news for Jake Redondo.
Making their way back.
We're back in. That's it. We're almost there.
Jake
Redondo. I think he pulled it in.
Jake Redondo made it back into the ring, it looks like.
Here is your winner as a result of a countout, Jake Redondo.
And there it is, the refs.
However, still your Golden State champion, Joey Lancaster.
Like we mentioned before, the title not changing hands, even though Jake Redondo made his way back before the 10 count, officially won this match. Joey Lancaster is going home, the Golden State champion, and you can see the frustration, you can see the anger on Jake Redondo's face.